You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now, TSPN's Amador This Week's Out and About. This local television coverage is proudly brought to you by Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort. And by Richard Forrester, Supervisor, District 2. And now, Amador This Week's Out and About on TSPN.
Welcome to the 2013 Amador County Fair, Miss Amador Scholarship Pageant. And I'm Lori Forrester, and I have the honor of being the president of the Amador County Fair Board this year, our 75th anniversary. And on behalf of the board of directors and Troy Bowers, our CEO, we welcome you. We would like to sincerely thank you for being here and showing support to the youth of Amador County. Tonight we'll show you some of the past and highlights of the last 75 years of our wonderful county fair. It is the best small county fair in the state of California. Thanks to awesome supporters like you all. And at this time, I would like you, first of all, we have 7 wonderful ladies vying for our title of Miss Amador tonight. And if you would, at this time, I'd like you to rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could you please welcome to the stage Jake Geedy, who will be singing the national anthem for us tonight. Please rise and uncover, gentlemen.
I'm just going to take this off here. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jake. Great job. Thanks. And now, I'd like to introduce to you our Mistress of Ceremonies for this evening, Mrs. Lucy Hackett of our very own hometown radio. Lucy.
Welcome and thank you for coming to the Amador County Fair and the 2013 Miss Amador Scholarship Pageant. The purpose of the competition is to acknowledge the youth in our county for their standard of excellence and achievement, and to motivate young people to a greater commitment of community service through fair and community activities. Miss Amador and her court serve as the official hostesses of the Amador County Fair and the county as a whole. These young ladies serve as leaders for 1 year and as public relations specialists for the fair industry in our county. Scholarships awarded this evening total $4,250. Miss Amador will receive a scholarship of $2,000. The first runner-up receives $1,000. The second runner-up scholarship is $750, and the third runner-up receives $500. This scholarship money is all obtained through donations from the community, and the Miss Amador Scholarship Committee truly appreciates your dedication to the youth of the community. As Lori mentioned, we're celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Amador County Fair. And from 1938 to the present, you will be taken down memory lane tonight with musical numbers and the contestants on stage presentation. 7 young ladies are vying for the title of Miss Amador tonight, so let's meet them now. Contestant number 1.
Good evening, my name is Morgan Graziday and I am contestant number 1. I'm 17 years old and will be a senior this year at Amador High School. After graduating in the fall, it is my dream to attend Stanford University and be on the equestrian team. I will be majoring in biology in order to become a large animal veterinarian. I would like to thank my sponsors, Newman Minerals, and I would also like to thank all of you for being here tonight. I hope you enjoy your evening.
Contestant number 2.
Hello, my name is Lou Banco and I am contestant number 2. I am 17 and will be a senior at Amador High School. After graduating, I plan on attending University of Oregon and majoring in planning and development. I would like to thank my sponsor tonight, Cooper Ranch and Vineyards. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the 75th anniversary of our fair.
Contestant number 3.
Hi, I'm Morgan Brown, and I'm contestant number 3. I'm 17 and will be a senior at Amador High. After graduating, I plan on attending a junior college and studying in criminal justice and American history. I would like to thank my sponsors, my mom and dad, Terry and Louise Hurtado, my Nana, Maggie Clay, Tico Arnisi, and our county clerk recorder, Kim Grady. Thank you and have a good evening.
Contestant number 4.
Hi, my name is Lexi Quick, and I am contestant number 4. I am 18 years old and just graduated from Argonaut High School. I'm going to Butte Junior College to study forestry and natural resources, and then later transferring to Chico State to become a forester engineer. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Glass Doctor of the Gold Country and Green Computers. Thank you.
Contestant number 5.
Hello, I'm Ashley Galsey, and I'm contestant number 5. I'm 18 years old. I just graduated from Amador High School, and I plan to go to a trade school to learn to become a masseuse, and then go back to trade school and learn my business credentials to become a florist and own my own shop. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Sarah Janitorial Club, Gordon Hill Flower Shop, Rare and Exception Jewelers, Jackson PD, and Auto Dynamics. Thank you.
Contestant number 6.
Contestant number 6, and my name is Kinsey Prestia Young. I'm 17 and will be going into my senior year at Amador High. I've been a Girl Scout for 12 years and I'm currently earning my Gold Award. After graduation, I plan on attending Harvey Mudd College, where I will specialize in electrical engineering so that one day I can become a Disney Imagineer. I'd like to thank my sponsor, the Ione Picnic Association. Thank you and have a great night.
Contestant number 7.
Contestant number 7. My name is Mary Powers. I'm 17 years old and I am currently attending Sierra College. My dream is to transfer to San Francisco State, earn my bachelor's degree, and enter the U.S. Navy as a nurse. I would like to thank my sponsor, Victoria Spainhauer from Bella's Corner. Thank you so much and enjoy your evening.
Performing a dance number choreographed by Cara Augustin of the Studio Performing Technique Dance School, your 2013 Amador contestants, Miss Amador contestants will take you through the ages with Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, Peggy Sue, Wooly Bully, You Should Be Dancing, Lucky Star, Unbelievable, and Good Feeling. Take it away, ladies.
Man from out Chicago way.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowin' reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his uncle.
If you knew Peggy Sue, then you'd know why I feel blue without Peggy. Peggy Sue. Oh, well, I love you, girl, yes, I love you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue. get a good feeling, yeah.
Let's give them a really big hand. That's a lot of work. Everybody find their era in there. Where's your decade? Thank you, ladies. And now we'd like to introduce our judges tonight. The contestants are judged in 5 areas. Academic record is 15% of their score. Community service and fair experience is 20%. Personal interview and knowledge of the fair industry, 15%. Communication skills are judged for 20% of their score, and on-stage presentation, 30%. The first 3 categories were judged prior to tonight's event by a separate panel of judges in an interview setting and represents 50% of their total score. We have some judges here tonight from the first section of the judging, and we'll ask them to stand as we get to their names. First, Debbie Bellotti. Debbie here? No? Debbie has lived in Amador County for over 30 years. She and her husband Joe live in Sutter Creek and have raised 2 wonderful young men, Joe and Mike. Mike and his wife Rachel have added a new addition to their family in grandson Cole. Debbie's the manager of the Jackson branch of Bank of America, and she offers this little fair fact. Bank of America bought the first mobile ATM to the Amador County Fair. Yay, cash! Martin Ryan. Sheriff Ryan comes from a family with deep roots in Amador County's history. He's the 4th generation of a 6th-generation Amador County family, and Sheriff Ryan attended and graduated local schools and is a graduate of the University of California, Davis. His law enforcement career spans over 37 years, beginning in the Amador County District Attorney's Office, then on to the State Department of Justice, and culminating in becoming Amador County's 25th sheriff in 2006. In 2009, Sheriff Ryan was honored by the Amador County Peace Officers Association as Peace Officer of the Year. Sheriff Ryan lives in Amador County with his wife, Teresa. Sue Duncan. Sue and her husband, Barry, own and operate Motherlode Printing in Jackson. Sue is active in community projects through the Argonaut Breakfast Lions and the Amador County Arts Council. She and Barry enjoy the community spirit in Amador County, and Sue is honored to be a judge for Miss Amador and is impressed with the caliber of contestants we're seeing tonight. Darcy Porter. Darcy graduated from the University of Arizona in 1967 and worked for the Southern Pacific Railroad as Director of Labor Relations and later as Director of Labor Relations for the Union Pacific Railroad. Darcy's also worked as Manager of Personnel for the San Francisco Bay Area Rapid Transit District. He's currently retired and serves on the board of the Sutter Amador Hospital Foundation. He's president of the Rotary Club of Jackson, and Darcy lives in Pine Grove. Judge Susan Harlan. Is she here tonight? No. Judge Harlan has been serving our community as our Superior Court judge since 1991. It's no secret that she's a strong supporter of children and families, which is what the Amador County Fair is all about. She was very impressed with the community involvement of each of the contestants and thoroughly enjoyed meeting and talking with them in a one-on-one setting. The last 2 categories that are being judged this evening and represent 50% of the contestants' score, and these are our judges for this evening. Lacey Neufeld. Lacey? Lacey is the pageant director for the Miss Calaveras Scholarship Pageant at the Calaveras County Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee. She's been directing the pageant there for 7 years, as well as choreographing opening numbers and fitness routines. She has a dance degree and has choreographed many on-stage performances. She is also an opera and classical singer. As a preteen, Lacey completed and placed in many pageants throughout the state, including Miss Calaveras in 1999. She's also the director of the Miss Calaveras Volunteer Group, which volunteers for local organizations and fundraisers for charities and people of interest. Tonight, Lacey has brought with her the 2013 Miss Calaveras Court, who came to support our 7 young ladies competing tonight. With her are Miss Calaveras 2013, Chelsea Ruthroff, and Princess Shelby Reese. Thank you for coming. Annie Crew Renzo. Annie was crowned Miss Amador in 1997. She put her scholarship money to good use and obtained a master's in theology from Notre Dame. She's now a high school theology teacher at Jesuit High School in Sacramento. Raised in Jackson, she now lives in Sacramento with her husband of 11 years, Clayton. Annie and Clayton have a daughter, Ella, who's almost 3, and they're expecting their second child in December of this year. Annie's hobbies include marathon running, reading, cooking, sewing, and her current obsession, Dancing with the Stars. Mario Castagnola. Mario is safety specialist for the California Fair Services Authority, and this is his first season in the fair industry. He was born and raised in Sacramento. Growing up with a fire captain as a father, fire safety was instilled on him at a very young age. Being a board sports enthusiast, Mario worked at a snowboard shop where he was a sales manager, as well as in-house sportswear model. Susie Jennings. After moving from Hawaii at the age of 8, Susie Gouletz Jennings grew up in Jackson. She graduated from Jackson High and attended the University of California at Berkeley, earning her degree in anthropology with a teaching credential. She later earned a master's degree in educational administration and an administrative credential from St. Mary's College. Most of Susie's 36-year career was spent in Humboldt County, where she served as teacher, principal, director of curriculum, and superintendent. In retirement, Susie loves to travel, garden, catch salmon, camp, and in general spend as much time with family and outdoors as possible. She and her husband John will celebrate their 35th anniversary in August. Congratulations. Susie was a contestant in the Miss Amador pageant in 1967. Chantel Woes. Chantel was born and raised in Fair Oaks, and she moved to San Francisco in 2008 to attend San Francisco State, where she graduated with a degree.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
She moved to San Francisco in 2008 to attend San Francisco State, where she graduated with a degree in journalism. Her passion is broadcast news, and she interned for KCRA in Sacramento and KTVU in Oakland. She now lives in Pacifica, California, and is the host of a television show called Slipstream that airs on TV 30 Tri-Valley Community TV in Pleasanton. In her free time, she loves to run, hike, cook, spend time with her family, and read. She has an obsession with Disneyland and ice cream. And we want to thank them all for their time and their assistance in the process. We're very honored to have such a wonderful group of judges. Let's give them a big hand. All right, we're ready for the on-stage presentations. This portion of the competition represents 30% of the contestants' overall scores. Each contestant's score is evaluated on their articulation, their presentation manner, grammar, confidence, and overall appearance. Since it is the 75th anniversary of the fair, the contestants were asked to design their presentation around a past year's fair theme, one that meant the most to them. As you will notice between the presentations, our stagehands will be setting up the stage, and we'd like to take an opportunity to thank Joey Geedy and Matt McQuaig and thank them for their hard work tonight. Thank you, Joey and Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, we need to wait a moment? Oh, all right. Hang on a second. We have little technical difficulties.
Nice.
We can't do the Miss Amador Scholarship Competition without a lot of help, and we'd like to do some thank yous at this time. Thank the Amador County Board of Supervisors, John Plaz, Louis Boitano, Richard Forster, Brian Oneto, and Ted Novelli. We also want to thank the Jackson Rancheria for their sponsorship and assistance, the Rotary Club of Jackson, thank you very much, Umpqua Bank, thank you to Umpqua Bank for their help, and the Rotary Club of Ione. Thanks to Ella Emerson and Toma and Associates tonight. And thank you to Denary Mortuary, Melon Faye's Diner, Manacero Insurance, and Phil and Wendy Bavero of Jackson Tire. We also want to thank Trader Stands. How are we doing? Okay, you ready? Can we introduce the girls? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we go. Back in time. Contestant number 1, Morgan Graziday.
How many of you have ever been to Uganda? Well, allow me to paint a picture for you of the life of a Ugandan child. Picture no electricity, running water, or toilets. Fearing for your life because of Kony taking over your village. Not owning a single pair of shoes. Living with HIV and without vaccinations or medication. Your bed is a dirt floor and sewage runs past your front door. Now, Ugandan women work 12 hours at the rock quarry for only $1 a day, if they're lucky enough to have a job. They break rock into gravel and sometimes become blind from the chips hitting their eyes. Most Ugandan women are widows because of the civil war. This goes to show that it's a jungle out there, which is the fair theme from 2010 that I have chosen to incorporate into my presentation tonight. Those human beings in that jungle can gain hope with a little push, a big opportunity, and some fun. This is what I've been working hard to bring to them ever since I myself went to Uganda last summer. Now, I would like to play a piece on the piano that gives me hope for these beautiful people. That was an excerpt from Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. I have been playing the piano and showing my horses ever since I was a little girl. Every year in the Amador County Fair, I compete with my mare Janie. I've always enjoyed these activities, but I realized something was missing. I found an activity that fills this missing space because its main goal is helping others. Fund a Field, by definition, is a non-profit organization that raises money to build soccer fields in post-traumatic regions of the world. But it is so much more than just that. While we were in Uganda, we helped teach English in schools, hosted a soccer tournament, provided equipment to the participating teams, brought toothbrushes and prescription glasses to students and teachers, volunteered in an orphanage, met with girls in a UN refugee camp, and even gave safety goggles to those women who work in the rock quarry. Fund a Field also hires those women for $5 a day instead of just $1 to make these paper beads, which we sell here in Amador County. In short, my trip to Uganda gave hope to these people. When I returned, I started the Amador County chapter of Fund a Field, which has 20 high school members. We just held our very successful second annual Fund a Field golf tournament. And in just 1 year, we have raised 25% of Fund a Field's annual profit as a whole, and we've only just begun. Amador County also benefits from Fund a Field by giving our club an opportunity to go to Africa next year, and by showing us the true change we're making in other people's lives. This chapter will become a tradition of Amador High School, and I am excited to found a new chapter at the college I end up attending. The work and the hope does not end here. It does not end at all. One person can truly make a difference in that jungle out there. Thank you.
I have a special announcement to make. It says here that due to overwhelming financial support from our community, the Scholarship Committee is proud and able to provide a $250 scholarship to the contestants who do not place in the Miss Amador court. We sincerely want to thank the community for allowing this opportunity to further assist in the education of our youth.
When they come out.
I wonder if there's anybody who was born in 1938 in the audience. Anybody born in 1938? Anybody born in 1938 gets in free all weekend of the fair. Yeah, 75 years old. Okay, Giles Turner. But you have to show your ID. I don't think they issued ID way back then. Contestant number 2, Bailey Lou Banco.
Good evening. For my theme tonight, I chose the 1970 fair poster, Happiness is the Amador County Fair. This fair poster was drawn by the fair manager at the time, Dick Cooper, who is also my sponsor tonight. My main reason for choosing this theme is that this fair really is my happiness. 75 years ago, a man named Harold Colburn decided that he wanted to create an amazing event where this community could come together and experience this happiness. But being low on funding, he teamed up with Lou Banco to build our first fair. I don't think that either Harold or Martin believed that 75 years later, that same fair would bring so much happiness to their great-granddaughter, or that she would be standing on this stage running for Miss Amador. Over the years, this fair has become my life. Starting with the diaper derby, I have done pretty much everything imaginable. From mini boombox parades, being pulled in a wagon, mutton busting, participating in jams, jellies, pictures, and even 7 years of 4-H showing and selling my animals. But for me, this fair is about much more than just 4 days of competitions and corn dogs. For me, this fair is a legacy, handed down for 4 generations. For that reason, I have dedicated the last 5 years of work for the Fair Foundation Board. It makes me so proud to be a part of an organization that not only helps save our fair, but will help bring this happiness to future generations. Although I love Mr. Cooper's poster, I believe that this fair brings us much more than just happiness. This is a picture of me and my 4-H group waiting to enter the show ring. All of us in this picture have learned leadership, responsibility, and important lessons about community here at the Amador County Fair. Lessons that we will hold on to for the rest of our lives. Aside from 4-H, the things that make me the happiest are dance and soccer. I have been doing both since I was 4. I have been so blessed to have the most amazing instructors and coaches who have not only taught me how to point my toes or kick a soccer ball, but many other things such as discipline.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
But many other things such as discipline, determination, and to have faith in myself. I hope that one day I can use all of these lessons that I have learned through fair, 4-H, dance, and soccer to help better my community, as did my great-grandfathers. At our first county fair, we had horse races, community exhibits, and dancers. Tonight I will do a tap dance that is not only a tradition at my studio, but is also a popular song from that era. I would like to dedicate my dance to my great-grandfathers. Thank you for 75 years of happiness.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words. Writing prose, anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today. When most guys today that women prize today are just silly gigolos. And every night the set that's smart is intruding in nudist parties in the studio. Anything goes.
Thank you, Bailey. Tonight, we also want to recognize Tom and Patty Payton of Goldmine Jewelers. For many years, they have donated the Miss Congeniality Award, a beautiful item of jewelry for Miss Congeniality, and we want to thank them for that. Also, Gordon Hill Flower Shop, who donates the beautiful flowers that we present to them tonight. So we want to thank them as well. Thank you very much. Contestant number 3, Morgan Brown.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'll be following last year's theme, Born in the USA, by singing Toby Keith's American Soldier. I'm singing this as a tribute to my great-grandpa, cousins, and uncle that have served and are serving our country. It is always a great pleasure of mine to attend our county's Veterans Parade and pay my respects to those who have fought for our freedom and our future. I am excited to be a part of American Legion's Women's Auxiliary Program that benefits our soldiers at Kit Carson, as well as future programs to benefit our soldiers overseas. To all of you who have served, are serving, and will serve our country, and to those waiting at home for their loved ones, this is for you. He's just trying to be a father, raise a daughter and a son, be a lover to their mother, everything to everyone. Up and at 'em bright and early, he's on business in his suit. He's dressed up for success, from his head down to his boots. He don't do it for the money, there are bills that he can't pay. He don't do it for the glory, he just does it anyway. Providing for our futures, his responsibility. Yeah, he's real good under pressure, being all that he can be. He can't call in sick on Mondays when the weekend's been too strong. He just works straight through the holidays, sometimes all night long. Oh, you know that he'll stand ready when the wolf growls at the door. Yeah, he's solid and he's steady and he's true down to the core. And he'll always do his duty, no matter what the price. He's counted up the cost, he knows the sacrifice. Oh, and he don't want to die for you, but if dying's asked of him, he'll bear that cross with honor, 'cause freedom don't come free. He's an American soldier, an American. Beside his brothers and his sisters, he'll gladly take the stand. Oh, his liberty's in jeopardy, he'll always do what's right. Yeah, he's out there on the front line, sleep in peace tonight. American soldier, he's an American. Fight strong, fight hard, come home.
Thank you, Morgan. Each of the contestants received sponsorships, and we'd like to take an opportunity to thank them for their support of the contestants and the competition. Green Computer and the Glass Doctor of the Gold Country sponsored Lexi Quick. Jackson Police Department, Gordon Hill Flower Shop, Rare Exception Jewelers, Sierra Janitorial Supply, and Auto Dynamics sponsored Ashley Golsey. Mary Powers' sponsor was Bella's Corner. Ione Picnic Association sponsored Kinsey Prestia Young. And Tico Arnese, Kim Grady, Maggie Clay, and Louis and Teresa Hurtado sponsored Morgan Brown. Cooper Vineyards is Bailey Lou Banco's sponsor, and Newman Minerals sponsored Morgan Graziday. The Miss Amador Scholarship Competition truly appreciates your assistance and dedication to the youth of Amador County. The Miss Amador Scholarship Coordinators are Lori Halverson, Kim Toma, Lori, Pam Harris, and Amanda Halverson, who are both backstage. Contestant number 4, Lexi Quick.
I have been coming to this fair since I was 2 months old. At first, because my uncle showed pigs, and later because I did as well. And every year, we camp at the fair. And every night, we eat dinner at the trailer, as most families do. But Saturday night is our night to go out and enjoy the fair food. That is my favorite night because I get the same thing, a corn dog. They're my absolute favorite. And with the corn dog, you can never have too much mustard, which is why I'm going to play you this song entitled Très Moutarde, meaning in French, too much mustard. You see, I love everything I do, whether it's playing goalie for the Argonaut soccer team, being first chair in the Argonaut band, or being on the forestry team for Argonaut FFA. This fair isn't just where I come to show my animals. It's my favorite place in the world. I love the smell of the barns and the sounds of the carnival at night, and of course, the corn dogs. Fair may be just a fair to some, but to me, these past 75 years have created a place where memories that can last a lifetime are made. Like my first fair in 1995. The theme that year was Big Time at the Fair, and it was a big time for me. I may have only been 2 months old, and I don't remember it, but I know I was sitting on the sidelines watching my uncle get his grand champion pig. Then there's the year 2005. That was my first year showing pigs. The theme that year was Days of Swine and Roses, and I was so excited that my first year showing pigs, the theme had to deal with pigs. That was the year I learned the hard way that in showmanship, you never walk between your pig and the judge, because instead of ending up in first place, you end up in fourth. But at 10 years old, I was still pretty proud of fourth place. Then there's the year 2013, the year I ran for Miss Amador, and the year I got reserve and third place in my pigs for their feeder class. Before fair, I didn't have many friends. I was the outcast. But after my first year showing pigs, I realized that being involved...
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Before fair, I didn't have many friends. I was the outcast. But after my first year showing pigs, I realized that being involved made me the outcast no longer. I began to make friends, and winning ribbons for showmanship and crafts in the building just boosted my confidence even further. This fair helped me discover who I was and helped me to become who I am today, a hardworking, responsible, and an involved young woman. And I know this fair will continue to do the same for other boys and girls of this community for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Lexi. I wonder how many Miss Amador contestants and Miss Amadors might be in the audience. Would you, if you ran for Miss Amador ever, would you stand? Let's see how we, hey! It's amazing how many kids in the county have some involvement in the Amador County Fair. Was anybody able to see Corey Gibbs, Lightning Boy, play this afternoon? He played 3 shows. Yeah, that's a 13-year-old from Amador County who's here doing what he does best, playing the blues. So we want to. I really think it's great the way everybody can find their niche somehow here at the Amador County Fair. Contestant number 5, Ashley Golsey.
Hello, I'm Ashley Galsey, and I dream of becoming a florist. Little did you know that 2 weeks before this... 2 weeks before this fair even started, I've been working on this arrangement. The theme I chose is the 75th anniversary, and the year, of course, is 2013. I'm going to start over, okay? Oh, God. Hello, I'm Ashley Galsey, and I dream of becoming a florist and owning my own flower shop. Little did you know that 2 weeks before this event even happened, I've been working on this arrangement. As you can see in my slideshow, along with other arrangements that I've done in the past. The year I chose is 2013, and the theme I chose is 75th anniversary. There are many memories. There are 75 roses in this arrangement, and each one has a memory behind it, which I am blessed to be able to share with the community. The purple rose is a symbol of enchantment. I'll never forget the first day I was given the opportunity to go to the fair with my parents. I remember getting there and thinking to myself, wow, this is great. And then I remember running over to the goldfish booth and looking at one of the buckets and thinking to myself, wow, that's a lot of fishies. Then I remember going into the main hall with my parents. And when I walked inside, I saw fudge, candy, and many other sweet treats. Then there's the orange rose, which is a symbol of happiness. I'll never forget the night when I first went to the Derby with my parents. Hearing the roar of the crowd, the sound of the engine, and just being there with my family filled my heart with happiness. Then there's the yellow rose, which is a symbol of friendship. Every year, I met up with old friends and made new ones, which I'm sure a lot of people have done in the past since the fair started in 1938. There is 75 years of good times in these flowers, and each one is a memory that's made. Then there's the red rose, which is a symbol of romance. There's nothing like walking around with a big bear in your hand that your boyfriend just won you. And then he takes you on the Ferris wheel, and the most romantic thing happens. You reach the top, you look out and see everything, you lean in, and Bach noses. You laugh it off, try again, and get the perfect kiss that you've always wanted. Then there's the pink rose, which is a symbol of appreciation. I'd like to thank my family and friends for being there for me and making this all happen. I'd also like to thank especially my parents for helping me through this, because without you guys, I wouldn't be up here. I'd also like to thank anyone who was or is still involved in the fair and making it possible to reach 75 years. Woohoo! I'd also like to thank our sponsors of the contestants and the sponsors of the fair. And then there's the white rose, which is supposed to be in this vase, which is a symbol of new beginnings. Every year, which is a symbol of new beginnings. And it stands for tonight, making memories tonight, and also more memories to come. Now I guess you're wondering, what's with the birds with the funny hats and the frog? Well, the birds with the funny hats are my symbol of humor. I love to make people laugh. And the frog, right here, is a symbol of a nickname that my parents gave to me ever since I was little, which is tree frog, because of the way I slept. There are 75. These 75 memories will never fade away, because each rose I place tonight is silk, so they will forever live on and never die. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. Now, there are a few special things going on, well, lots of special things going on actually here at the fair because of the 75th anniversary. And I noticed when I came in this morning, Jim Geedy and I came in early this morning to start the hometown radio broadcast of the fair, starting before the parade even started this morning. And I noticed that the fair had been yarn bombed. And I don't know if any of you have seen, they were all over the place. I don't know if they're putting them out every day or not, but they were little diamond crocheted diamonds. And if you find one, you can take it to the weaver's booth and you get a prize. So look around and see if you find a little crocheted diamond celebrating our diamond anniversary. And there's another special event this weekend. Jamie Lou Banco and Jim Geedy put together about an hour and a half of photographs and recordings from folks who have been involved with the fair since the very beginning, and their stories about the founding of the fair and their best stories of what's happened over the last 75 years. And that's playing in Pokerville Hall. And if you haven't had a chance to go, you don't need to stay for the whole hour and a half. You can just go and sit down for a few minutes in that nice air conditioning. But I think you'll enjoy many of the stories that the folks tell about how the fair was started and some of the things that have happened along the way. Contestant number 6, Kinsey Prestia Young.
My next tour group. I'm Kinsey Prestia Young, and I'll be your tour guide on today's special journey back in time. Imagine, if you will, the year is 1938, the very first year that the fair is being held here at the Plymouth Fairgrounds. Beneath a giant tent, the fair is buzzing with local culture, family fun, and county spirit. Fairgoers are humming hit tunes like Jeepers Creepers and my personal favorite, Whistle While You Work. That song is from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the very first full-length animated motion picture that was released earlier this year and quickly became a box office smash. Walt Disney, a relatively unknown filmmaker, is brazenly turning the entertainment industry on its ear with his creativity. Meanwhile, on the East Coast, Broadway has a new vitality. Amazing lyricists and songwriters are being recognized for their ability to relate the hopes and dreams of Americans through live entertainment. Irving Berlin, one of my favorite composers, has just released the song God Bless America, and even though it's destined to become a classic, he's donating all of the royalties to the Girl and Boy Scout organizations. With supporters like these organizations might just be around in 75 years. It's also been an exciting year in sports. As an Italian American, I'm proud to say that Italy successfully defended their World Cup title against Hungary. And Amador County residents are abuzz with the success of Charles Howard's incredible horse, Seabiscuit. After winning the match of the century, Seabiscuit has just been named the American Horse of the Year for 1938. For me, the most exciting sports-related development is that band directors are finally allowing girl baton twirlers onto the playing field. We are called majorettes, and high school girls across the nation are keen to participate. Recently, Major C.W. Booth founded the very first baton twirling organization, and I just joined. That concludes our tour, and now we are returning to the 75th annual Amador County Fair. I've come to realize that 1938 has had a special influence on my life. Now, in 2013, we all know that Walt Disney became a tremendous success. His visionary creativity has inspired me to want to study electrical engineering with the goal of getting my dream job as a Disney Imagineer. Irving Berlin is one of my idols. Songs like White Christmas and Puttin' on the Ritz are standards that I enjoy singing with my drama friends. As a member of the Girl Scout organization, I am particularly grateful to Mr. Berlin for ensuring that I have had the opportunity to participate for the last 12 years. Girl Scouts has inspired me to want to support Amador County community organizations, by making weighted blankets for children with autism through First Five, fundraising for Amador Stars, serving as a local docent at Preston Castle, and tutoring Ione Elementary students.